what I'm trying to tell people. It's like if we allow this to happen here, it'll happen in other cities. But we can stop it. You know? The biggest movement in this country right now is the young people. If you take 30 kids and you break them up into 3 groups and you send them out on work parties, most of you guys didn't know each other before, or a lot of you didn't. But when you get into those work sites and you get working together, you learn a lot about each other. When you go out and canvass in groups and you learn and you get to work with each other, you learn a lot about each other, you know? And you come back and you have debrief and you talk about your stories and you talk about what you've seen and what you did. But this is the biggest group of poor black people in all of the United States that own their homes. About 80% of the people that live down here own their homes. And a lot of the people that I talked to that came back since I've been here said that they just had went and remodeled their houses. Put new carpets in, put new tile floors in, had bought new furniture and stuff. And then the storm came. Then they lost it all. You know, most of these houses were passed down through generation from generation from generation. That storm didn't come in here to hurt New Orleans. That storm, when it went through here, it hurt Slidell way worse than it hurt New Orleans. That storm didn't hurt hardly anything here. A lot of the stuff that was damaged here wasn't, you know, other than right here where they blew the levee and the water came through and washed people's houses away. But you go out into some of the other neighborhoods around here, it's like on the upper ninth, it was like, other than water damage and wind damage, it wasn't like just total destruction, you know? In some of those houses that we gutted were perfectly good houses. They were houses that could have been rehabbed, like that brick house right across the street could be rehabbed. You know, they ain't here now. They're gone. After we did all that work and gutted them out to save them, they tore them all down. You know, it's like, but it didn't. But because they tore them houses down, didn't stop me from coming back. You know, they could tear them down, but they want to.
They can't tear the people's houses down, so now they're going to put the property tax on for not cutting your grass. Then they can take your house, then they can tear your house down, and then give it to the rich people.
Yep.
It's the same thing.
It's a good neighbor policy, they call it. You know, you got to keep your lawn mowed. These people here are still getting water in sewer taxes and electric bills and paying taxes on their property that ain't no houses on them. If you had an $80,000 house on it, you're paying taxes on an $80,000 house, and all you got is the steps. Refrigerators were the worst. Oh, my Lord, man. Those refrigerators have been closed for months with all that food in it. You didn't even want them open, and we tried to tape them all shut so they couldn't open because it was like botulism growing in it, you know. But sometimes one of them would get open on you, you know, and then it's like you'd have to run out of that house, you know. But it was like the nastiest smell you ever seen in your life, man. There's a reason for stuff happening. We can work to make this thing change. You know, and we can work from anywhere that we are. All we got to do is like band together as human beings and get past all of this rhetoric, get past all of this bullshit that, oh, I'm what, you're black and you're Asian and you're this and you're that and you're the other. It's like, I ain't no different than you. If I cut myself, I got red blood. I ain't seen nobody with green blood yet. We're all the same. And we have to make what this world is going to be. We have to make it together.
That's why I said in the first night. I said you got to be the change you want to see in the world.
That's exactly it.
It's like you need to live the life. You need to do the things. You need to have the attitudes. You need to treat people the way you want the world to really be. Don't accept it or follow along when other people are trying to get you to do stuff that's wrong, that's complicit with the system that allows crap like this to happen. Don't let them change your mind. Don't let them convince you and bribe you to, you know, it's okay. It's not my fault. It's not my responsibility. It's not my business. I can just ignore those people. It's okay.
And I think this is part of changing that. Is education. There's some really good people down this part of the country. There's some really good people in the world, and you're going to meet a lot of them before you're as old as me. They're there. You just got to find them. You just got to not be afraid to talk to them. You know? I know that canvassing, the first time I had to go up and knock on somebody's door was really scary. You know, I felt really scared about going up and knocking on somebody's door to say how you doing. You know? But once you do it, it gets a lot easier. You know? This is your education. You know? This is your life. And you got to do the best that you can do with it. We're the ones that can change it. And we're doing it right now. One day at a time. That's all it is. That's all you can do is one day at a time. Go to sleep tonight, you get up tomorrow, you do it again. Go to sleep the next night, you get up the next day, you do it again. But as long as you stand forward and look strong and act strong and do what's right, ain't nobody can do nothing to you. You know? What is it that we're doing? What is it that we're doing every day of our lives? You know? And how do we affect the people that are around us? You know? How do we teach the people that are around us that there's better ways to do things, you know, than what's going on here? It's the connection. It's putting people together, you know, putting you guys together with these residents around here, you know, talking to them, listening to their stories, you know, seeing who they are. I want the people that are around here to come to these meetings, and I want them to tell us what they want us to do, what they want us to help them do. But I want them to help themselves do it, you know, because they're the ones that need to do it. We could do it for them, but that ain't helping them, you know. But us showing them support is what's helping them stand up for their rights. She's like my daughter. She means more to me than anything. If anybody was to do something to her, they'd have to kill me, because she's part of me, and she'll always be part of me. Just like you're part of me, she's part of me, she's part of me. You're all part of me now, and you can't never get rid of me, you know? So someday you'll be walking down the street in New York or wherever you come from, and you'll say, oh, there's that Bill Hill, you know? I learn something new every single day. Every day of my life I learn something new. And I generally learn it from one of you, you know? Because that's what life is about. If you don't learn something new every day, you're spinning your tires in mud, you know? So you just remember that, you know? You just remember what old Bill Hill said, as long as you stay strong, you'll be okay. Because I'll be looking for you to come back. You know? I'll be looking for you. Because it ain't ended. It ain't ended until we end it.
In their hands lives the solution. Time for a mental revolution. Ghetto battlefields, unholy war. But soldiers gotta know what they fighting for. Live, die, true life, sweat, blood, peace, love. Stand up, 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 y'all.